Today we're going to go over installing a bathroom light fixture. Changing out this light, putting this bad boy up there. First step in the process, unboxing and then assembling. I'm not going to show you guys how to assemble. Basically, you're just going to want to read your instructions. Mine look like this. They're cheap, not real well written. Just look through them, make sure you're familiar with what you're doing before you start. Alright y'all, so you're going to want to assemble your light fixture or whatever you're working with the power on, okay? Or else you'll be doing it in the dark or in another room. So what I'm going to do now is go cut the power off at the breaker box. Alright, so my breaker box is in a terrible location. It's inside a closet. But basically, you want to look through your stuff and find the one that's labeled correctly. So, let's see. I got bath 1 lights. I'm going to flip that breaker. It's also going to kill attic lights, bedroom lights, and entry lights. Now we're going to go check to make sure that the lights in the bathroom turned off. Alright, round 2. That was not the right one. That must have been for the master. So now we're looking for bath 2 lights. Here we go. That's going to kill kitchen lights and dining lights also. Flip that off. So typically you would check your power here with a digital multimeter. But it's a pretty clear that the lights have turned off in this case, so we'll just move forward. It should be safe. Obviously, no lights, no power, you're good to go. Okay, so when you start to take it down, and just toss it back up there, there's little knobs that you take off of the fronts here. And once you get it off, there's going to be these wire caps. All you do is untwist those wire caps, and that's releasing your wires from the thing, and then you pull off. When you're putting on the bracket, you want to make sure your wires go through the middle there. And also, I had to space out these 2 bolts here to make sure that they would line up with my holes inside the fixture itself. So then just position, put some wood screws in there, and you should be good. I said wood screws, but I meant drywall screws. It's important not to over tighten these drywall screws because what they're doing is pulling your drywall towards you as you're screwing in. So if you over tighten, it's going to just yank that drywall out and you'll lose your connection there to the wall. So go back, double check, make sure everything's straight up and down, because when you put the fixture on, it's going to be whatever angle you have your current thing on. And then here are like little spacers. Basically, when you screw on the light fixture, it's gonna pretty much like set how far up against the wall it is or not. So there's a reason why I left these off right now. It's because if I put those on, I'm adding extra weight to this fixture. What I have to do is hold this up, and then with one hand tie these wires onto it, and then once I have that tied together, I'm going to slide it onto its spot there, and then I have these little end caps that are going to screw down on the bolts, and my fixture will be up. Then it's just putting on the little I forget what these are called, and then putting the bulbs in, and you're done. When you go to put on these caps, you can get new ones. These look like they're a little bit older, but you basically just twist your wire around like once, just to make sure that they are gonna stay together, and then you put the cap on and turn it. And what that's doing is locking you in. See, I missed, so I'm not locked in. I'm gonna get different end caps. Alright, so I went and got different wire caps. This is not the easiest, working with one hand. I can edit this. So you always get it nice and tight, and then just give it a light tug to make sure that you have securely gotten it on there. Because you don't want to put everything up and go to flip your light only to realize that it didn't actually catch the wire, and it pulls out like that. So most electricians nowadays, all electricians, follow a code, and they have to color code certain things. Let's see, I missed it again. They have to color code their wires. So here we have black and black go together. We got white and white go together. And then this gold one goes to gold. That's called your ground. White is usually your live, black is usually your negative. So this step here is all about adjustments. Where's the other one? All right, so straighten it up. There we go. Problem here with cheaper things is you run into issues like this where the bottom hole wasn't drilled out the right way. So it's basically having to like click over the grooves on my screw here to get all the way back. Also, those wire caps are kind of bulging out, so it's causing a rocking. I don't want that. Alright, pro tip. You don't want to drop little pieces like this down your sink. So you want to just pull the thing and close the drain. So you take those off, slide that up. Screw it back on, make sure it's centered up. I want it to look good. It's a finishing touch. There we go. Last step, turn the power back on, check your lights, leave the light switch on. Record again. Don't forget, clean up your station. Don't leave a mess.